Hello, this is Shemelis. Today we're going to discuss about analogy in the scholastic aptitude test part. It is the first topic which you come across, and it is of course the first item in the entrance exam that you may face or come across. So in this discussion we're going to see the what of analogy. We'll see types of analogies or word relationships, and at the end we'll see how to answer analogy questions. Let's just begin the discussion. So what is analogy? Analogy is the similarity or sameness of word relationship between two pairs. Okay. By the way, this term may have different meaning in different subject matters or different contexts, but in SAT context, analogy means similarity or sameness of word relationship between two pairs. So we need to have two pairs to talk about analogy. So analogy is the similarity of word relationship between two pairs. It is the sameness or similarity of word relationship between two pairs. In this definition we have two very important words or key phrases: word relationship and two pairs. So to talk about analogy, we need to have two pairs, and we are talking about the word relationship that these two pairs have, okay, whether they have the same or similar word relationship or not. So again, what does word relationship mean by itself? Okay, what is word relationship? You need to know this term or the concept of word relationship to talk about analogy. So a word relationship is a way by which two words of a pair are connected, or it is a nature of connection connected the two words of a pair. It is the nature of connection, connected the two words of a pair. Now here we are talking about only one pair, okay? It's a pair, and we are talking about the two words in the given pair. So a word relationship is the nature of connection that connected the two words of a pair, okay? The two words of a pair. Now let's represent words in letters or alphabets. Now this is how we represent words. Now let's see. Word A, this is how we read. Word A is related to word B in the same way that word C is related to word D. Now this two colon means is related to, and this four colon means in the same way that, So as you can see, it meets the definition. Word A is related to word B in the same way that word C is related to word D, to call these two pairs are analogous. Okay, so these two pairs would be analogous if they share similar or the same word relationship. So if the nature of connection connected AB connects CD, then we say these two pairs are analogous. You see? So now the next point would be, what are the types of famous or most frequently appearing word relationship types according to Ethiopian SAT context. Now let's see. Types of word relationships. So according to SAT context, according to Ethiopian SAT context, we have about 15 or so types of word relationship. It is about maybe 20. So if you know about this much or this number of word relationship type, you would find it easy to answer analogy questions. Okay, you have at least approached 50% to the answer. If you know about 20 or if you know about 15 or so, or about 20 types of word relationship, most frequently appearing word relationship type. The next thing would be it's a matter of vocabulary, or it's a matter of the number of vocabulary that you know about that involves SATs or that involves analogy. Now, the first word relationship type that you might come across would be intensity, or we call it degree difference word relationship. In this relationship, as the name indicates, when two words are connected because of their degree difference, we say the relationship type is degree difference or intensity. Sometimes in some books they may call it intensity or intensifying word relationship. So in this word relationship, the first word would be, the two words would have the same meaning, both A and B. Okay, A would be related to B. Both A and B would have the same meaning, but either A or B is higher in degree, whereas the other one is lesser in degree. So that is this connection we call degree difference. Let's see some examples. If I give you hot here, what would be the word which would have the same meaning with hot but different in its degree? Maybe warm. So hot and warm are connected because of their degree difference. One is a little bit higher than the other. I think warm is higher than hot. Or let's see, hot, boil. Again, boil is the extreme for hot. So these two words are connected because they have degree difference. Okay, so you can list out such connections, okay, such words, paired words in this group of word relationship. And the second word relationship type is part, whole, or vice versa, whole part, or part relationship. This is another famous, most frequently appearing word relationship type. Part whole, or when we reverse, whole part, or both words might be part of some object. Now, as you can see, direction matters in analogy. Direction matters. Okay, direction matters. Don't forget this thing. Direction matters. If the given capitalized word is connected this way, among the answer choices given, you have to look for a pair which is connected this way. Okay, and if the given capitalized words are connected to this direction, again you go and look for a pair which are connected this direction. Okay, defining the relationship type is another thing, one thing, and determining its direction is another thing. So you have to know the direction. As you can see here, part whole and whole part are different in direction. So in the part whole relationship, the first word must be a part and the second word is a whole, and in the second part is vice versa. Okay, it's the reverse of the first one. So again, one thing that you have to take care here is in part-part relationship. In a part-part relationship, both words are parts but must be part of the same object. Okay, must be part of the same object. But for the instruction, you'd be given a part-part relationship, but both parts would be part of different objects. Okay, one would be part of another object, one would be part of another object. So both must be part of the same object. Otherwise, it is not a valid part-part relationship. Now let's have some examples here. Let's take table is related to legs or leg. Table is related to leg. So table is a whole part, leg is a part, so it is whole part relationship. When you reverse this, leg, table, again, that is also possible. Leg, table, this is part whole relationship. But to part-part relationship, both must be part of the same object, like maybe feet is related to say arms. Okay, so feet is related to arm. Both are part of human body, so it is a valid part-part relationship. But if you take, for example, leg here and maybe some part here, for example, leg with maybe wing, because this is ambiguous, we don't know which part of which body or which object this is a part for. Unless we don't know this is not a valid, but this one is a valid, because wing can be for both birds and airplane. So this might not be a valid part-part relationship, but this one, the first one, is a valid part-part relationship. So this is another word relationship type. The third one is maybe cause effect. Okay, the third word relationship type is cause effect. Cause effect word relationship. So in this relationship type, cause effect, as the name indicates, one would be the cause, the other would be the effect. Okay, one would be the cause, the other would be an effect. For example, if you shoot someone, what would be the result? Either wound or kill. You shoot to kill or you shoot to wound. So kill might be the effect, or wound for that matter. Wound can be the effect. So one is the cause, the other is the effect. Such kind of relationship we call cause-effect relationship. And the other relationship might be characteristics relationship. Characteristics relationship. Under this relationship, one would be the character. Sometimes character relationship overlaps with definition relationship. Okay, sometimes they overlap, because when you define something, you might define using its character. So characteristic relationship is a relationship when two words are connected, because one is a character, the other is an object that we talk about its character. Let's say If I take man, for example, what would man characterized by? Maybe man is mortal, isn't it? Man is mortal. So mortality is a characteristic of human being. So man is related to mortal in its characteristics. Maybe let's say glass is related to maybe fragile, or yes, fragile. Glass is fragile, of course. Fragility is a characteristic. Maybe smoothness might be, glass is related to smooth. Smoothness might be the characteristic. Or maybe transparent. Transparent. Yes, transparency is of course of the characteristics of glass. So glass can be paired up with fragile or smooth or transparent. With whichever it is connected to, it is connected by its characteristics. So such kind of connection is said to be characteristics relationship. The fifth one might be classification. Okay, classification relationship. Under this relationship, under classification relationship, one would be the class, the other would be part in that class. Let me write it out here. Okay, my board is very small, that's why I'm erasing over and over again, and I ask your apology for that. Okay, so the fifth one is classification relationship. So under this relationship, one would be the class, the other would be a part or an element or a subset in that part. Let's see some example here. Let me take the first, the example I just used in characteristics. Man. Where do we class man? Maybe under mammal. So mammal is a class, and man is one element or one part in mammal class. Okay, so man is related to mammal. Maybe snake is related to reptile, maybe. So such relationship is said to be classification relationship. Okay, classification relationship. So you can list out so many types of relationship. The most frequently appearing are these ones, as I said. The other one might be object-place relationship. Object or person, place, relationship. Objects, place, or person, place, relationship. In this relationship, one would be an object or a person, the other would be a place where we find that object or a person. For example, if I say student here, so a student is related to maybe school. Will it be liquor house? Sometimes for some students. But the usual place where we find students at would be at a school. So student is related to school. So such kind of relationship is said to be person, place, relationship. Person, place, relationship. Maybe let's take again an object, say like maybe mat. Where do you find mat at? Mat, maybe house or living room. Living room. So mat is related to living room. Such kind of, say it's object place relationship. So this kind of relationship is said to be object place person place relationship. Okay. We have again another relationship which is created from this one, object or person and use. Okay. Or tool person relationship. That's again another typically another relationship. Tool person relationship. This is another relationship type. We pair up persons, mostly professional persons, with the tool they use. Okay, so tool person or person tool relationship, we can reverse this person tool or tool person relationship. Is very famous relationship again. It is a sums relationship, and example can be, say, student, for example. Student might use pen. So student pen is person tool relationship, or hammer. Hammer is related to a carpenter. Okay, carpenter. So hammer is related to carpenter. Student is related to pen. Painter is related to brush, maybe. Such kind of relationship are said to be tool person or person tool relationship. Person tool relationship. We have again another most frequently appearing relationship types, like antonym, synonym. Okay, the eighth, maybe the eighth relationship, antonym. Antonym relationship. Words may be paired up because they have opposite meaning. Okay, so words like black is related to white. Teen is related to thick, maybe. So such kind of relationship are antonym relationship. These two words, black and white, are connected because they have opposite meanings. Teen and thick connected because they have opposite meanings. So when two words are connected because they have opposite meaning, the word relationship type, we call it antonym. And the other one, the opposite, the counter opposite of this one, is synonym. Okay, synonym relationship. Under this, again, when words have the same meaning, when words paired up because they have the same meaning, we categorize under this. How do we answer or solve analogy questions? So the first step would be to define the word relationship of the given pair. So we have to first define the word relationship of the given pair. What kind of word relationship connected the two words of the given pair? Is it degree difference? Is it synonym? Is it antonym? Which word relationship particularly connected the two words? So we have to first define. And next, the second step would be, now you have already defined, okay, you have already defined the word relationship of the given pair. So the next step would be to construct your formula statement. Okay, construct your formula statement. So as I said before, when I talk about the steps here as to how to solve an analogy question, for the sake of discussion, I write them out. So when I write them out, they look or they appear or they seem to be longer, but when you actually engage answering or solving the question, it is very easy because you do it in your mind. Most of the things you do them in your mind, and it is very easy. But for the sake of discussion, I'm just writing them out. So the second step, as I said, is to construct your formula statement. So based on the definition you have made so far, you construct your formula statement. As I said before, keep the direction of the given pair. Okay, keep the direction. Whenever you construct your formula statement, you can formulate your statement in any direction, but take care of the main direction of the given pair. Okay, the direction of the given pair. So if the direction is to the right, keep this direction whenever you formulate your formula statement. If the two words are connected to the left direction, again, keep the direction, because direction matters, as I said before. So the third step would be, to plug in. Now you already constructed or formulated your statements. Now the next step would be to plug in each word in the answer choices in your formula statement and check out whether they meet the definition or not. Okay, whether they meet the already defined relationship or not. Okay, so plug in the answer choices. Okay, the words in the answer choices in the formula statement and check if they meet the definition or not. Okay, simply check whether whether they meet the definition you have made in the first step or not. So if they do, now you hold them and you go proceed thoroughly throughout all the answer choices. Now the problem here would be if you come across two or more answer choices meeting the definition you have made here. Now this time you have to refine your formula statement. That's the fourth step. So refine the formula statement. Okay, which means there must be something that you don't see which connected the two words of the given pair. So you have to closely see or find out or look for another word relationship particularly connected the two pairs of the given pair. So you have to refine your formula statement. Okay, now this time at least you drop or you'll cancel at least 3 or 2 of the answer choices. So this way, or keeping this in mind, you can solve the analytic questions. So next time, in the next lesson, we'll see practically how to solve analytic questions before we proceed to the next topic. Our next topic would be sentence completion. Okay, sentence completion. So in this topic, again, we'll see how to follow a logic to complete the idea of a sentence. So before that, we'll see some questions to show you how to solve analytic questions. We'll see this example. Okay, so for now I'm done. If you have any questions, comments, put them down below in the comment line and I'll try to come up with the answers next time. Bye for now.